And now the continuing saga of the AdWords bullshit that I had to deal with. To continue now, I will read the second response I sent to AdWords almost 9 months ago. 8 months ago. And it's taken this long to get them to, respond properly. So, without further ado, my response to AdWords on the 28th of June, 2011. Wow, really? I'm sorry, and I'm not blaming you personally, but this is just ridiculous. I have just built this website from the ground up, and I was hoping to use AdWords to help advertise the site. As I'm sure you are aware, it's important to advertise a website when it's just starting out in order to ensure that it becomes more visible on the internet and more popular. A website like mine is designed to offer unique and original content with minimal ad intrusion, but is designed to have ads here and there to help paying for the site. I don't ask readers to help out by clicking an ad, because this would get my ads removed by services like, Google AdSense? I don't advertise the fact that they are ads for the same reason, because it is against the terms of service of advertising services like Google AdSense. I have decided to keep the most visible and biggest ads on the sidebar so that they will be visible but not intruding on the viewer experience. This was all thought out and designed for the user's experience, and not for my own profit or my own reasons. You mentioned that there is little content on my site, and while it is true that I only have a dozen or so articles up right now, I plan to be adding 3 to 4 articles a week myself, as well as having contributions made by 2 other people, hopefully with more to follow. Now there are like 10 contributors on the site. Like I said, I just started this website up, and I am trying to advertise it so that the site will get noticed and seen and become more popular. The general idea when you start a website like this is to make it as visible as possible, and I am attempting to do just that with AdWords. But you are blocking me from doing so. Your service is designed to help people make their websites more visible, and yet you are prohibiting me from doing so for reasons based solely on the fact that this website is new and needs more content. The content will come in the weeks, months, and years to follow. But as I said, the website has only just been launched, and there is no way to add a bevy of new and original content right away. I could add a bunch of old content, but nobody wants to see that. Essentially, I feel as if you've decided that my website is not good enough to be advertised on your website, and you haven't even given it a chance to get off the ground. You complain that one of my posts on my website has a link to Amazon, but the post in question clearly states that its purpose is to share information about special sales currently being offered by said website. This is what is known as a press release, and while it also is a form of advertising, it is a form of advertising that is blatantly expressed beforehand, and no user or reader is required to click on any of the links or ads for any reason whatsoever. The ads in question show all the information that is necessary for the press release, so why wouldn't I use them? It makes the post look more uniform and professional. This is just one example of how I feel your review of my site has been an unfair judgment based on the design decisions I have made to make the site more visible and easily accessible by the viewers. To make matters worse, your terms and conditions for AdWords seem to contradict the terms and conditions for AdSense, as one service requires that the user does not advertise the fact that they are ads, but as you state in this email, the other does. This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. All you are doing is using the broad terminology of the terms and conditions to make it look as if my site does not fit the bill. I assure you my site does fit the bill, and it will in the near future have plenty of new content for the readers and users. If you don't want to let me use your service of exclusivity, that's perfectly fine by me. I don't need the almighty Google to help me get seen. I've got an army of social networks to help me do that. They provide better results at lower prices, so I'm beginning to wonder why I even bother with AdWords. I wanted to try the service with a $75 credit given to me to do so. But if this is the reaction I'm going to get from you for doing so, I don't believe I'll be using this service in the future. What a waste of time and money. What a bureaucratic mess of a system. My site looks fine. It doesn't violate any of your rules, although you keep insisting that it does. And your only valid complaint is that there isn't a lot of content on the site at the moment. None of the other advertisers I have been working with have given me any grief about this. Quick comment. I was using a Facebook credit to see how that worked out, and Facebook gave me no issues whatsoever. They had no problem. Apparently, they all understand that building a site from the ground up doesn't happen overnight, something that your service clearly doesn't understand. Be as elitist as you want. Someday, when the small sites you have snubbed become much bigger, they will return the favor and snub your services. I appreciate my efforts to comply with your policies as much as you do, as I have done that from the very beginning. Chances are I'll send a reply about this very issue months from now when my site has plenty of content, but it will only be for the purposes of using the $75 credit that was given to me. Trust me, you won't see 1 cent from me. I'm sure the loss of one customer doesn't mean much to Google, but they've lost me regardless when it comes to AdWords. I will gladly continue to use their AdSense program, as it is a program that makes sense and actually works. But with your AdWords program desperately requires some retooling. This is just unacceptable bullshit, and I will not stand for it. Again, I'm sorry to have to respond this way, but if this is the way I'm going to be treated, then I don't even want your help in advertising my site. The next day, June 29th, AdWords responded thusly. Enjoy the smom of it all. Hello, Justin. I'm sorry for the frustration you have experienced. Please be assured that the site was disabled since at this time it does not meet our policies. We are happy that you have chosen AdWords for your advertising needs, and I will work with you to help resolve your concerns. This after I just told them to go fuck themselves. They're saying, we're glad that you chose AdWords. Original content. While we acknowledge the need for having ads on a site, we emphasize on having original content which cannot be found anywhere but your site. Since AdWords and AdSense are different products, I will not be able to comment on how AdSense works, but there must be unique content on the site. Justin, it is not the number of articles, but what is contained within an article that we look at. There may be just one article a week, but they should provide users with content that they would not get elsewhere. Please note that videos do not fall under original content since they can be found on other sites as well. It's not just the quantity of the content, but the quality that is important as well. I'm sorry that my last email did not explain this properly. Do you see what he just did there? He just flat out said that all my content on the website, all the content that was on the website, was shit. He just dissed everything on the website right there. Now this is June. This is when the site was just starting out. So don't get mad right now about that, because this is way back then, and he may have had a bit more of an argument then, but it's still fucking insulting from a fucking customer service representative for them to be saying it's not just the quantity, but the quality that is important. I'm sorry that my last email didn't express this properly. How's that for smarm, people? How is that for unadulterated fucking smarm? I will continue. I agree that creating a successful website is hard work, but once there is original relevant content on the site, the user will get value add when they visit the site and improve user experience. He meant to say added. This would, and even then, that was an improperly formatted sentence. This would help with respect to your AdWords account as well as in making the site popular among those who visit it. And, of course, the focus of a site should not be ads. Bridge pages! The page Hot Deals has links which lead to Amazon.com. As you know, per our policy, sites that lead users to another site with same or similar information is not allowed. Even if a site should lead to another site, the reason for doing so should be justified, and the site should have content that is not available even on the other site, comparisons made with respect to different products, etc. Which is exactly what we did. Every single post that talks about anything that links to Amazon on our website, it had original content not available on other sites. It had my personal original feelings on the products that were being sold at sell prices on Amazon. I made comparisons with other products and whatnot. I did exactly what he's talking about here, he or she, whoever it is, and still he's saying that I didn't. Please know that the disabling is not a decision that cannot be changed, and once you make adequate changes to your site, I will be happy to send it for a review, and once the site can be enabled, you would be able to use the promotional credit that you have applied to your account. Justin, all customers are equally important to us, and we would be happy to help you in every way we can so that you can use the promotional credit, and if you would like to continue advertising after the code amount is used up, you can do that. We endeavor to improve our products and services, and your feedback on AdWords is important, and we will work towards the betterment of the product, just like we always do. I recommend making changes to the site so that there is quality content on the site. Focus is not on ads, and original content is provided on the same URL itself. Once you have made changes, please reply to my email, and I will be happy to help you further. Thanks for your cooperation, Justin. I'm sorry for any inconvenience caused. Please let me know if you have additional concerns. Sincerely, Anisha. So it was a woman. Need I say anything at this point? This bitch just insulted my website. I was already fucking done, and then I get a response that is pretty much a fucking blatant insult, saying, your site sucks. You don't have original content on your site. Your original content does not offer any user value other than advertisement. It's not just the quantity, it's the quality, and your content does not have any quality. She just said that in the email. She just fucking said that. AdWords class. You guys are pure 100% class. So in my next AdWords Saga video, you can expect more bullshit to come. But more than anything, you can expect my response to the insulting fricking email that this bitch had the nerve to send me. Stay tuned for that. Catch you later. Peace.